Coming up on this program, we show you how to get connected. Find out how to choose an internet service provider. Discover the newest form of communication, electronic mail.
Ways down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, and holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a
Hello. Hi, everybody. Welcome, 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 she says as the smoke fills the room. I hope everybody is doing well today on this Tuesday, January 14th. Halfway through now. Vicky? Oh, it's that way. Why can't I figure out the directions? Halfway through the month, pretty much. Crazy. I did not approve. Who approved warp speed for January? I have a bone to pick with you. Anyways, I hope everybody's doing well today. We have a bit left of our hearing from yesterday that we're going to get to watch. I'm, pardon me, excited for that. That's a lie. I am not excited for that, but I'm just joking. We'll do it. We'll get through it. I would love to hear what you had for dinner. If you didn't like what you had for dinner, tell me what you wish you had for dinner. I made for dinner caramelized beef bowls, Thai caramelized beef bowls. They were not quite a hit. No zippers tonight, Bill. Strapped them in a different way. Oh, a sub, Vicky. That sounds pretty good, actually. I think I could definitely handle a submarine sando. Homemade turkey and rice soup. That sounds delicious, too. She says. Now, yesterday, we did it. Did we download it? No, we didn't. We captured it. That's what we did. Neighbor's cat. Donald! Surf and turf special at Outback Steakhouse. Bill! That's a date night. That sounds like date night to me. And I'm jealous. I'll say that. Okay, here we go. Chicken fried rice. We already saw you peeps. And we saw them. Now, here we are. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Humble brag.
Ms. Rogers, good morning.
Good morning.
I don't see Mr. Hull present.
Also, look at
I see that he is in there.
So perfect.
I said I do not see that he is present.
Okay. I see that he is in there.
Okay. Well, then now he's showing up. Okay. All right, Mr. Hull, you need to activate your audio and video, please.
Doesn't this look gourmet, Judge? I forgot I still had it in front of me. Look I made these bok choys look like they're from a restaurant. That looks like it's from a restaurant. It's restaurant quality food.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Now, you may want to get in one place and just stay there so that you have good connection. Find a place you have good connection, and then I'll need your full attention on this hearing.
Yes.
Okay. And are
Yes,
you
sir.
in that spot?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. I need Mr. Hull and Ms. Rogers to both raise your right hands. Swear the testimony in this case will be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. And Mr. Hull, you sought a protection order because you said that You had a former dating relationship with Ms. Rogers. At some point, she threw coffee in your face. She's tried to run you over. She's been aggressive towards you. You want to give me the reasons that you believe you need this protection order?
Yes, yes, sir. Um, she's a very aggressive person, and I feel like she's trying to put me into a corner, trying to paint pictures of me like I'm the villain, I'm the bad guy. But she's spreading a video around.
Oh my god, what kind of video? KTZ, do you have a guess of what kind of video she's spreading around of his? Also, welcome. We're eating dinner. I'm halfway through my dinner. And I made Thai caramelized beef bowls with rice. Did he say she threw coffee at him? We gotta go back. What did she say? What did he say she did? I just want to hear this one more time.
You had a former dating relationship with Ms. Rogers. At some point, she threw coffee in your face. She's tried to run you over. She's been aggressive towards you. You want to give me the reasons that you believe you need this protection order?
Yes, yes, sir. Um, she's a very aggressive person, and I feel like she's trying to put me into a corner, trying to paint pictures of me like I'm the villain, I'm the bad guy. But she's spreading a video around our old job, and spreading a video of yeah, uh, it's like basically I just jumped out and was on some harm toward her, and this is going out to everybody that I know, that the circle that I am, and it basically hurt business. I just want her to stay away from me. I just want her to stay away. That's it.
Okay, so did she
She
throw
she tried
coffee?
to run me over with a car. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. She threw hot coffee in my face. I'm leaving. I leave her residence. I'll get my items I left at her place. I'm leaving. My truck is in motion. I'm bagging out. She comes to my door, snatch the passenger side door open, throw hot coffee in my face, and cause it a commotion that something that I'm gonna have to pay for. Cause damage to properties of the two of the neighbors. Something that I'm gonna.
Okay, we're losing connection with you there. Okay, are you back?
Yeah, back. I guess I'm not in a good area.
Okay. All right. And you also had indicated in your petition that she tried to run you over.
Yes, yes, Your Honor. I had my son for the weekend, and I think she got upset that my son, a statement my son made about basically them. Only thing he wished was to have his family back together, me back at the house with the family, and she got upset about it. And I couldn't understood, but I didn't think she was going to take it that far. I kind of screamed at her like it's not that serious or something like that, and she went overboard. I had to end up jumping out the car on the street before college. I had to end up jumping out the car, and she tried to basically follow me and run me over. So, and I went back to the house. She told me and my son we need to find somewhere to go, knowing that I was homeless at the moment. That me and my son, which his mom, he stays in Seattle, that I didn't have nowhere to take him. But I understood and I left. But she tried to run me over. Like, it's a lot of incidents that this woman have done. Well, I feel like I don't want to bring you no harm. You don't need to bring me no harm. Let's just stay away from each other. Let's just don't come around. Don't send people around looking for me. Don't send people to other my acquaintances' address looking for me. Don't She stopped. She had one of her friends send a video to my friend's mom. Like, stopped her in the street to show the video. Like, it's like I don't. It is not that serious. Just leave me alone. Just leave me alone.
Okay. All right. When you were explaining the video to me, it was breaking up, so I didn't fully understand what you were telling me about that. What's the story there?
The story was when we were together. I was there. My son, who was actually with me for the weekend, he stays in Seattle. He was actually with me, and she actually told me and my son we need to find somewhere to go. This was the same day as the incident she tried to run me over. When I got out jumped out the car running because she was acting irate. I almost hit a couple cars, and it was raining that day. So I jumped out trying to get away from the situation. She followed and tried to run me over.
Okay. And that's the video that was being sent around?
No, the video that was sitting around was her sitting around is an edited video. She's showing a part of the aftermath of her throwing coffee in the truck and me jumping out the truck. The truck's going and hitting two cars. She's showing that. She's not showing what caused the accident or what caused the whole thing. She's not showing that. She's just going around showing the end of the video. Basically.
Okay. All right. Where you ran into a couple cars.
Yes, sir.
Okay. And Ms. Rogers,
Yes, Your Honor.
anything you want to add?
Yes, so I turned in my declaration as well as quite a few exhibits for this case. Mr. Hull states that, he's afraid for his safety and he wants me to stay away from him, but just December 24th, as well as the 26th, as you can see in Exhibit A, he tried to contact me multiple times stating that he was going to Texas, saying just irate things. Then I have a letter from a witness stating that what she saw in Exhibit B
Hearsay.
for the incident, because there is a current case, that he is actually eluding the law. He called a police officer, or Detective Moore now it is, stating that he will not be turning himself in after the assault. The video is not edited. That is something from my neighbor's camera that was caught. So right now I feel like this is retaliation for him. And you can see that if you refer to the case number 4A0912624, the video is actually in there where he assaults me. And you can see where he
You can't add.
hit two other cars. He was so upset.
It's sort of a good idea. It sounds like she's been involved in some legal matters. I'm going to say that. Beverly's here. Welcome, Beverly. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the warm hello. Also, is she sitting so that, like, is her hand on her leg? I'm confused as to where her hand is on her body. I'm very confused. Is she standing? No, she's sitting, right? The perspective's all fucked.
That he hit two other cars because he forgot to put his vehicle in park. Now, if Mr. Hull was so afraid of me, why is he writing me on the December 24th and the 26th? I attempted to respond, but then I said, you know what? That's not okay because we do have a pending NCO from Detective Moore from December 10th through the city of Lacey.
All right.
May I rebuttal, Your Honor?
Yeah, I'll get back to you, Mr. Hull. Sit tight.
Oh, so she's doing the yearbook pose. She's doing the sideways yearbook pose. Turn your body, cross it over like this, turn your face, smile. Reminds me that today I get a text message from my daughter, and she went and found my old yearbook photos at her school because we went to the same high school, or she goes and I went. And she sent me them. They're hilarious. And my fucking grade 12 quote is super weird. I don't know what was going on with me in the 12th grade or grade 12. We call it grade 12 here in Canada. You guys don't call it grade 12 or grade 10, grade 8, grade 3. You say third grade, right? Hi, MB. Oh yeah, senior. We definitely don't call it that, but we do call it like the actual grades. Let me see if I can show this picture. Oh shit! No, see, it's got my full name in it.
Both of
Hold on, Judge.
Mr. Hull, you live in Lacey?
No, sir, I don't live in Lacey. I'm homeless at the moment.
Okay. And Ms. Rogers, you live in Lacey?
I do. And Mr. Hull is currently staying with Yuri Harris, the next court case that we are going to. I also have exhibits in there showing that as well.
Okay.
No, I don't. I'm homeless. I don't stay with Miss Harris. So
Okay. Thank you.
Christopher Engleby! You guys, that is my senior year photo, I guess you would call it. My grad photo. Do we want me to read my quote? Also, they had a picture of me as a kid here. Look at that cute little Paisley! Isn't that just adorable? Hi, Tin Man. That was me as a wee one. All right, so my grade 12 quote, yearbook quote says, "This is the end!" Exclamation mark. Fish, fish. I don't get that part. Keep on reading, friends. Oh, wait. Keep on reading. Friends who were there, thanks. Accept the things you cannot change. Goodbye. Oh, I can't show the whole thing. I swear to God, that's what it is. Anyways, so fun. Christopher Engleby, you're so sweet. Also, oh wait, she also found this one of me, which was a different year. I think that was the 9th grade. The one year my eyebrows were in the same area code. What is the judge reading? I haven't paused it, by the way. But yeah, that's me in grade 9. A grade 9er. I'm pretty sure it was grade 9. Did I by chance use any illicit substances in high school? Funny enough, I didn't, KTZ. I started smoking all the weed that I smoke now after high school. Unbelievably. Because most people smoke a lot of weed in high school. I didn't. I worked at a bank in high school and didn't smoke any weed. Believe it or not. Making up for that now, lost time. But I live in Canada. I live in a very small town. By some standards, I guess. I was not pregnant in high school. I think the funny part about my school is that my elementary school was very, very small, like only 110 kids in the whole from kindergarten to grade 7. Chris, look at you gifting memberships, and look at this. Yay! A friend. Christopher, thank you so much. You're so sweet. Judges, what is the judge reading? Did you get into my yearbooks too, Judge? Did you get into my yearbooks too? For reference, by the way, I graduated in 2006. Okay? So that picture is from me in 2006. Yeah. And the one before that would be like 04, 05. Anyways, last little... Why are they always sneaking behind the judge? I'm so fucking confused. Hi, Rose. Okay.
And Ms. Rogers, what's the...
Hold on. Please keep in mind that I was born in 88. I graduated in 06. My daughter was born in 08. So you can add 10 years when you have a kid, at least. So I'm like at least in my 40s. You went to a road trip to Wisconsin. Oh, amazing, Chris. Oh, the cheese places I would go.
Status of the Lacey criminal case.
I don't know. Mr. Hull has a court date from the victims, from what I found out from the victim's advocate, on the 16th. So I know that they are still looking for him. They have been over at Ms. Harris's house multiple times. And that's all the information I have as of right now.
Okay, and that's from the incident on the 10th of November?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is it 10 November or 10 December? I'm sorry.
The 10th of December.
10th of December. Thank you. And you believe the charge against Mr. Hull in that case is domestic violence assault?
Yes, as well as 2 vehicle hit and runs.
And Mr. Hull, are you aware of a pending court date?
Yes, I'm aware of a pending court date, but I don't have any warrants or any charges. I talked to the officer the day of the incident, and she said that me and Miss.
A pending court date somewhat implies a charge, doesn't it? Unless it's a civil court date, but a pending court date tends to imply, like, see, no charges pending, no court dates pending. See how they go together? I think, now, you may not have been arraigned on them yet and not know about them officially, but I don't know if it's disingenuous to say that there's no charges if you have a court date.
Rogers were both in trouble, but I haven't had any more contact. I did talk to her that day. I haven't had any more contact with the officer. They have my email, my phone number. I haven't had any other contact other than me hearing that the police was sent to Mrs. to Yuri's house. Other than me here, but I'm only like.
Also, guys, guess what? We get to meet Yuri in a minute. That's right. Yuri's got a case coming up. Can we believe that? The joy, the amazing luck that we are given by the court gods. We prayed hard this month, and they're delivering.
From this hearsay, they were, like I said, they were sent to the house. They wasn't looking for me per se. So I don't know what's going on with the case of what. All I know is I got a court date. I don't have any warrants. Okay. And I have no other type of contact. And far as Your Honor, far as me, my evidence that was submitted in, you can see in the evidence. Yes, Miss Rogers did contact me with a whole bunch of deleted messages, and yes, I did make a reply. I did reply to her. Yeah, my statement I think was hope I had a sorry or a happy birthday after all those deleted texts. Yeah, that was my what you call it. But she was she had reached out to me a few times and deleted her messages.
All right. Thank you.
What do you think? Is this getting put in order or not? Remember, he is asking for the order against her. I'm not sure that he has met the burden. We'll see. We'll see. Also, can you hear? Is it picking up that music? Can you hear that?
I'm a little bit concerned here. I'm being told that there's a hearing on a charge of domestic violence assault against Mr. Hull. The charge is against Mr. Hull, and the assault is related to an assault on Ms. Rogers. Mr. Hull then responds that, in fact, he was assaulted by Ms. Rogers with throwing coffee in his face. And I don't know if there's how that plays into the Lacey criminal case involving Mr. Hull. I don't have access to that file here, so I can't say. And the basis of Mr. Hull's protection order request are the events on the 10th of December. And in Mr. Hull's telling of it, Ms. Rogers is the one who caused the problem by, he said, throwing coffee in her face. And Ms. Rogers, I would normally ask you if that happened. However, throwing coffee in somebody's face is an assault. You're under oath. Anything you say could be used against you. So if I have no idea if the city of Lacey is contemplating a charge against you for that same incident or not. So like I said, I have no information about that. You were probably well advised. If you had an attorney, the attorney would say, don't say anything about that, but you're free to make a comment as to whether that occurred or not. So, but understand that anything you say could be used against you. So you understand that, Ms. Rogers?
I do.
Okay. Anything you want to say?
No, I just think that this is an entire retaliation against this whole thing so he could save himself from the incident that occurred. That is on video with the Lacey Police Department. That will show everything that I did as well as he did.
Okay. Thank you.
I love coffee. We know that, Christopher. I added coffee to my 2025 wish list, which is linked on my home page because I think my old wish list broke. But the good news is coffee is the elixir of life, and I adore it. I love.
Like I said, Yana, I just want to be left alone. Like
Excuse me, sir. I was talking. You so rudely interrupted me as I was speaking, and you're wearing a toque. Take off your toque. Oh, Chris, is it? Amazon Daddy and I are having problems, but I'm gonna try something soon. A lot of things are out of stock. A lot of places. I'll say that. But she probably very smartly didn't incriminate herself any further in a crime, but the judge sort of delicately handled that. I think that this is just petty shit show. Again, as usual in Thurston County, a fucking petty shit show. But I sense that there's a lot of back and forth here. It was not just, this is not some like one, stalking one another, It's Biggins' birthday. Oh my gosh, happy birthday to Biggin. January 14th. We should keep track of these things, write them down, and then they were in a dating relationship, MB. Supposedly, allegedly. That seems to be stipulated to by them, I think. Anyways, happy birthday, Biggin. My birthday's coming up in March 25th. Like I just said, though, January is going too fast. I do not approve. I did not approve it.
there was a few incidences with Miss Rogers beforehand with her and her social media platform as of assassinating my character. You know what I'm saying? And this was even while we was at work. She haven't had a video. This was like this. This is not the first video that she had circulating about me. She had when Miss Rogers first got to the job that we was working at. She had a video of me and her, and she had it going viral, basically almost a viral video of her basically bad mouthing me, and everybody at the job knew exactly who she was talking about. And it's just her and her platform itself. The things that I've been through with Miss Rogers, I just want her to stay away. That's it. Just leave me alone.
Your Honor, if Mr. Hull is homeless, then
Ma'am, before you continue, I need to say something about your name. All I can see now is Yasmin, like chow mein. I don't think that's how you say it, is it? Is that how you say her name? But now all I can think of is chow mein. And yeah, apparently he's homeless. Ma'am, you'd be in your better interest to just let's see what she says.
The things that I've been through with Miss Rogers, I just want her to stay away. That's it. Just leave me alone.
Your Honor, if Mr. Hull is homeless, then I would have
Okay.
no grounds to figure out where
All right,
he
Ms.
is.
Rogers, that's fine.
Oh my god. Are all lawyers this slow? Is it when you're not paid on the clock that you do this as a judge? Because is it just because he's careful? Is it being fastidious and you know, deliberate, or is it just slow as fuck? Oh, takes so long for him to do paperwork. Look at her. She's looking at her watch. Ma'am, you're in court. She's reading messages on her Apple Watch. By the way, I'm not poor, she says. I have an Apple Watch. He's homeless. I have an Apple Watch. Homeless, Apple Watch. Homeless, Apple Watch. Homeless, Apple Watch. So many people called. So many people messaged me.
Right, in the matter of Maurice Hull and Yasmin Rogers, I've listened to the parties. I've indicated for both of them that there are facts that have been alleged which potentially constitute the crime of assault against one another. And they both are under oath and at risk and jeopardy of making statements which could be used against them. So that makes me making a determination as to what happened here problematic because they each have potential criminal jeopardy at issue there. Given
that, we say thank you, Christopher. Amazing. You guys, I love you guys so much. Thank you, Chris. And welcome, Covey Clown. We talked about how to pronounce your name. Probably doing it wrong. It takes me a while. You have to keep coming back. Thank you, Christopher.
the facts that I see here, I think that the relationship, or not the relationship, but the factual determination as to what happened between Mr. Hull and Ms. Rogers is better left to the criminal case for both for Mr. Hull, where he's going to be represented by counsel. So I'm going to enter a denial on the request for this civil protection order and leave it to the criminal court to decide whether an order is warranted. I will say, Ms. Rogers, Mr. Hull's made very clear that he doesn't want you to contact him in any way, even though I'm not entering an order today and you're not under any order of the court. If you were to contact him in the future, he has every right to come back and say after that hearing, she reached out to me after she understood that I didn't want contact. So I would advise you not to have any contact with him. All right.
You're muted, girl. You're muted. You're muted. Christopher Angleby is the perfect name for a novel. Like a writer of a novel. I can see Christopher Angleby writing a novel about Wisconsin cheese, baby.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Hull. And make
He's
sure
the
you,
main character,
if there's a hearing on the
Christopher
16th, make sure you appear
Angleby.
for that. And Ms.
He's a
Rogers, stay where you are and we'll
no-giver.
take up the case with Ms. Harris.
That's
Ms.
right.
Harris, if you'd
She's not-
activate your audio and video, please.
Judge, you are so interrupting me today. Like, honestly, you're silent so much of the time. We have a new character entering the chat right over here. Not the chat. You know what I mean. Also, hi over it. Thanks for being here. She's not leaving. Yasmaine. Sounds like a combo version of jasmine rice and chow mein. Is staying because the woman who allegedly lives with the homeless man is coming right up right here. Let's continue. It's hard to keep track sometimes.
And once again, if the two of you would raise your right hands. Swear that testimony in this case to be the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
I do.
And Ms. Rogers, is that a yes?
Miss Rogers, was that a yes? NPC, thank you so much. Kathy, welcome. Look at all these people getting gifts. I love it when we have gifting. Miss Rogers, you need to be saying things. You're still muted. I'm gonna guess, once again, still muted. Why can't Zoom figure it out? The screen needs to change drastically when you're muted versus not. Whatever they're doing ain't working.
You're muted.
Yes, Your Honor. My apologies.
There we go. Thank you.
Also, as a reminder, folks, we have new emojis over in the side chat. So if you think somebody is full of shit, you can go ahead and spam the chat with little bullshits. If you don't like what the person's saying, you can put an angry face in the chat and so forth. So take advantage. I don't see a lot of creators have changed them lately, but I changed mine. So, and you can enjoy that too. Customized emojis. Oh my god, he's reading so much again, Judge. I love how you guys are so sweet and you still just put hearts in the chat. Thank you. Everyone's behaving badly, even us. I wonder what Biggins doing for his birthday. Did he say? I hope he's having whatever delicious meal he would like to eat. What's your guys' favorite birthday meal? Put that in the chat. I want to read about him. Be specific. The judge is going to read them all and rank them later in a personal ranking. He's going to write them in his journal. He will not share it with us, but I will know. So, please.
All right. Ms. Harris, you're essentially indicating that you're a friend of Mr. Hull's, that you feel like you got pulled into this issue between Ms. Rogers and Mr. Hull, and the concern you have is raised by the fact that Ms. Rogers has sent photos of your house indicating that she knows where you live, and some understanding of when you might be there and when you're not there. Is that essentially what you're saying?
Yes, Your Honor. Also, she has told me in the message that I sent you guys that she is befriending my neighbors to where she's getting information from my neighbors also. The video that Mr. Hull was talking about that is going around, she sent it to her best friend, and her best friend seen my mother out volunteering as she was helping volunteering during Christmas and showing my mother videos, telling her about, Mr. Hall and what Mrs. Rogers and Mr. Hall had going on, which has nothing to do with me. She also sent the police the day that the situation happened. Mr. Hall left his vehicle in front of my home, also with all his belongings. I didn't know what was going on. So when the officers came, I let them come in. I told them he wasn't here. I don't know what's going on. They entered my home. They searched it. They didn't find anything. So that day I decided to go to my mother's just to, talk about what was going on. The officers came to my home, to my mother's home. It was like every day that, she was just having them follow me and go to every location that I was going to because I was in his vehicle, which the officers knew that. I explained to them that he left me everything and I was going to be operating the vehicle. So, I mean, for me, I just feel like you said, I got pulled into whatever mess that they have going on. It's affecting me. You telling me, my neighbors are sending you videos. Like, how do you know my neighbors? This is not Mr. Hull's residence. This is my residence. She just said he lives with me. He don't live with me. Them are your assumptions. This man does not live with me.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Harris. And what's with the photos, Ms. Rogers?
Okay, so Ms. Harris states that she is needing therapy. She is threatened. But if you look at, one moment so I can get you, Exhibit B, on December 28th, before she filed this.
Exhibit B, Your Honor. Oh, it's all was Facebook MB. Tooth pain is the worst. Please do feel better soon. I worry but I'm glad you're going to the dentist. Good job. Second, these two ladies be fighting, ma'ams. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Good God.
Temporary restraining order. She says, "Hey, shorty, you always got my name in your mouth. You want to fight, big back." So therefore, she's threatening me. Then again, on exhibit, let me see here, D, she states multiple times again in personal messages, she just wants to know if I want to fight, yes or no. And then she sits here and says as well as this is a game to her in exhibit E, how this is a game, that I'm playing a game, and that I don't do police ass bitches that run their mouth. So best believe I'm playing your game. So Ms. Harris thinks that this is a game. It actually is not. Ms. Harris is actually the threat here, as shown in the exhibits. Ms. Harris started this, and this is the same day that she asked me to fight multiple times on December 30th in text messages, then decides that she wants to go on the same day to get this temporary order. She's had my weapons removed, but it seems to me that Ms. Harris needs her weapons removed as well, because I do fear that she had mine removed so she could retaliate against me. Ms. Harris also inserted herself into me and Mr. Hull's personal business and decided that she wanted to
Hold on. The pause wasn't long enough. I need to be better. Get better timing, Paisley. That could have been so fucking perfect. NPC, be careful.
She had mine removed so she could retaliate against me. Ms. Harris also inserted herself into me and Mr. Hull's personal business and decided that she wanted to get upset by what she saw and then wanted to wait 2.5 weeks later. As well, again, she threatened me on the same day she filed this order.
I would like to speak on that, Your Honor. Like I said, I didn't know anything of what was going on between them until I got into Mr. Hall's phone. And yes, after knowing months of this girl coming around my house, months of her speaking about me in a negative way, yes, I did write that on Facebook. I do admit that. I even admit that in the petition.
It was Facebook. It's always Facebook.
That I said something to her, but that was after months of me knowing all of her actions. I didn't know that this woman was coming by my house, taking pictures of my home where Mr. Hull's car was parked at. I didn't know any of this until that day. I didn't know how much, her obsession with him has made me feel very uncomfortable. Yes, and I asked her that because the messages that I seen, her messages are very negative towards me, and she don't know me. So I do admit that. I never denied that I didn't say those things, and that was all in one day. That was not some multiple things I did every day towards her. But what she did
That was 2
towards,
different times.
Ms. Rogers, don't interrupt. Let Ms. or pardon me. Yeah, Ms. Rogers, don't interrupt. Let Ms. Harris finish.
so what she has done for months with her obsession with Mr. Hall, yes, it has made me feel very uncomfortable. Yes, it has.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Well, let me address the first thing, and this was also a part of Mr. Hall's and Ms. Rogers' case. A video going around sent by somebody that falls into the category of things the court isn't going to restrict. We don't prohibit people from expressing what they want to express, whether it's true or not true. There are different ways of handling it, but getting a protection order is not one. So the court typically does not use the fact that somebody sent around a video which people don't like as a reason for giving a protection order. So that's not a basis for the court entering a protection order. I am concerned about the implication of showing up at Ms. Harris's home, Ms. Rogers, and somehow you getting photos of her home and posting those, that whether you were there and somebody else took them, or whether you took them, or you're looking for Mr. Hall or whatever, there does seem to be the implication of a threat there, whether there in fact is a threat there or not. The implication by doing so is, I can understand that, that Ms. Harris would feel threatened by that occurring. There is no reason the two of you need to have contact with either with each other at all. We're not going to do this with a formalized order. I'm going to deny the request for an order, but I am going to indicate, Ms. Rogers, Ms. Harris has made very clear today that she does not want any contact from you. You don't have any legitimate reason to have contact with her since she doesn't want that contact. And also, I'm not going to prohibit you from going where you go, but like you heard me say initially, your appearance in front of Ms. Harris's home, where you don't have any other business there, is concerning to me. So if she reports in the future that continues, or she sees photos of her or her kids on Facebook as an implication, I see that implication. So you want to avoid that, because I would interpret it very similar to how Ms. Harris interprets it, as a threat. So if I were you, I would not engage in that type of behavior. I'll enter the denial on the request for the order today, but the parties have heard that I suggest that you not have contact with one another.
Thank you, Your
All
Honor.
right. Thank you
Thank you,
both.
Your Honor. Can I ask a question?
You may.
Well, since I have put in this petition, um,
Whoa. Was that a Christmas Stanley? We need to watch. I'm gonna pause it. It's gonna.
Thank you
thank you,
both.
Your Honor. Can I ask a question?
You may.
From your Stanley, there it is. Is that? It looks to me to be a specific Christmas themed Stanley. Yet another humble brag. Not only do I have a Stanley, I have a Christmas Stanley. Wow. I love it. Just the Apple Watch Stanley mug flex. She's trying, and her nails are done. She's got the trifecta.
Well, since I have put in this petition, I honestly feel like Mrs. Rogers has other people coming on my block. Like I said, I've been living here for a few years now, so I know cars regularly, and it's always this one very small, dark car that comes around, not so often, mostly on weekends, very late at night, creeping around my front and my back area. And she has made statements that she knows I park his vehicle behind my garage, which I can do. But to me, it's like, how do you know that? I just start doing that.
Right.
So, I mean, I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm gonna be filing another petition, honestly.
Okay. Well, I've made clear that I'm concerned about the implication of Ms. Rogers being around your house if she doesn't have any, business there other than sending a message to you. So if that continues, then I would interpret it in that way potentially. But
Okay.
for now, I'm just making clear to the both of you, that's how I see the case. And hopefully we'll go forward and that won't happen. And Ms. Harris will not have any role in what goes on between Ms. Rogers and Mr. Hull.
No.
Okay.
Thank
All
you, Your
right.
Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Nope. Did you see her? How she said that? Nope. Wow. Judge, what a case. What a case indeed. So, denials all over, we are denying things, but stern warnings in place from the judge to Miss Rogers, really, Miss Chowmain or Yasmain herself. Yeah, Mr. Hall must have something super special that we can't see, or I don't know. These girls have low self-esteem. I don't know. Everybody is always dealing their own demons. Let's just say that. Thank you so much, MB. Thank you guys all for being here. Thank you guys for the gifts. Sneak peek tomorrow. We have a dessert. Damn. We have dessert and divorce. That's right. What should we have for dessert with our divorce tomorrow? Something yummy. Anyways, needless to say, this is a case that I grabbed out of the universe, off the YouTubes, and then it was deleted, and I got it. Oh, I got it. So, we're going to watch it tomorrow. It's a hearing out of Kansas from earlier this week, or last, I can't remember. Whatever, regardless, I got it. thank you so much over it. That is so sweet. I love each and every one of you, and I love this whole community. You all keep me going, and we will be back tomorrow. The stream tomorrow will be for Miss Vicky. I know it helps her when I have my times. Will be Wednesday, 6 o'clock my time, 9 p.m. your time, or East Coast. So 6 p.m. Pacific time. Jody, thank you so much. You have a blessed night too. 6 p.m. Pacific. Get your coffee ready. Get your little treat, because we're gonna have divorce and dessert together. But do me a favor. Remember that I love you and I'm proud of you, and I will see you in the next video. Okay, bye.
Ways down and ready to ride.